Excuse me. So welcome back, and yeah, so we're gonna just start development. So I plan to what do we call it? Add a timer. So we're gonna add a timer to our work. So it's gonna be 10 minutes straight, right? Where is the code? I want to put a timer right here in the code. Uh, yeah, I want this. Yeah. So where's our timer? Anyways, let me get it again. It's not showing. Okay. All right. So we're gonna have 10 minutes, right? I'm gonna name is course and it has to be red. So 10 minutes. All right. And yeah, let's start. So I think it's 9 minutes 37 seconds. So let's start. So this is a single post. So we want to add a comment section, right? So right after our card actions. And I plan not to copy and paste it like how I did first. I want to walk you through just some few things. So probably it's going to be a div, and it's going to be a span and another span. Oh, and this is going to be for the comment. This is going to be, let's say, 2 comments. This is going to be the comment count, and this is going to be where you're going to the button to actually click to post a comment, right? So here we are going to insert what do we call it? A button sheet. So a button sheet is, so when we go to Vuetify, and this is too huge. Ooh, my time is going, right. I will go to bottom sheet. Okay, bottom sheet. So this is the bottom sheet, and let's see what it actually does. Beautify and yeah, nonsense. Bottom sheet. I don't have time. You know what? Let's just dive into the code. I wanted to show you what it is, but let's just dive into the code. So Vue bottom sheet. I think there is it. Yeah. So whatever thing is there's going to pop up at the bottom of the whole page, right? We are going to set a template slot. So in Vuetify, you're going to do a Vue slot and the activator. So the activator is actually a button that you can click on to activate um, the button sheet, something like that. Yeah. So it's just a toggle, something you can just toggle, right? So yeah, I think this is it, and then we close it, and then we close our button. So with this, we can now set our what do you call it, with the actual button that you click. So maybe TN. Let me see something has changed in the Vuetify so far. So I don't know why this is not showing sheets. Okay, this is just showing sheets. One button sheets. Okay, button sheet. That's it. Okay, so yeah, something like this, right? Yeah, so that's what we want to do, right? So let's check our Vuetify version. But I'm using our outdated version. Vuetify 2.1. I think 2.1 and 2.3 is not that. So yeah, so let's look at the implementation now. So you can see button sheet, blah blah blah. So this is what we wanted to do. So we can probably just copy it. I don't need the attributes stuff. So this is it. And then this is the button that we actually click to do the stuff. So v on is on, so it's calling this activator, but I don't know whether it's a boolean or something. Yeah, so I think, and you bind the attribute, but I don't need the attribute, right? I just need this, so that's fine. So that's a button, and then so we don't need the color orange. Let me just save it for now so that it gets properly formatted. And what I need here to do is that here to just go post comment, right? So when you click on this post comment, it's going to run, it's going to open the button sheet. So if you click on that, it's going to open the thing down here, and we can style it to whatever that we actually want, right? Yeah, so our button should have an icon. We want to have an icon in our button. Icon. The name of the icon is MDI plus icon. So we have MDI plus icon, right? The plus, I think plus outline, and comments. This is long. MDI comment plus outline. What a long as comment icon name is that? So we have the left is supposed to be dark and extra small. So these are all Vuetify stuff, nothing scary, you know. Yeah, so that is it for the activator. So once I'm done with the activator thing, then you're going to done with the real sheet. Okay, so now the real sheet. So just like it is in the documentation, so activate right now with the template activation, and the real sheet is here. Then you can do whatever thing you want to do with it, right? You can style it anyhow you want. So this, we're going to give it a height, and the height is going to be 320 pixels, and we're going to give it a class. So padding x is padding left and right is going to be 4. You can check out on the view. So padding y is top and down is going to be y, so that, I mean, it gives a little padding at the top and down, and also at the sideways, because I've changed the height. Yeah, so inside this, actually I'm going to copy the form and just paste it and then walk you through what it does, because it's just a form, right? So inside the sheet is this form, right? So inside the sheet we have a V form and a reference. There's a comments form, and it's valid. You have a lazy validation attribute, and the first test for this, I mean, you have the reference is comment form. So let's create a comment form in the data. So comment form is an object, and then the first thing is name. We have a name. So before you send a comment, you have to input your name, and at least we have the comment. Yeah, and then we have the comment, right? We have the comment itself. So that's for the comment, the form. So counter is 15, just a validation thing. Your name shouldn't be more than 15, because it's just a comment, just your first name, and then label is first name is required, and then the rules. Well, just some validation stuff. So rules.name. So I'm going to create a rules data, and that also will come in here, and then we have the name. So let me just copy the rules, and I'll walk you through just 2 rules, right? So so these are rules. So this is how Vuetify actually validates their forms that are using rules. So the name should be required. So the value is not there, or it's empty, it should be required. And the length, if the value.length is more than or equals to 15, name should be less than 15 characters, right? Good. So I shouldn't even use the equal to sign, because if it's less than 15, I mean, this is wrong, right? If it's greater than 15, if the length of the value is greater than 15, name should be less than 15, right? So this is a correct. And the comment is also required. The comment doesn't have a length. The thing it just can be anything. So the rules is done, blah blah blah. So these are all stuff. Now the button to actually click to add the comments, right? So if you click this, it runs a function called post comment. So it's supposed to be block. Block means it's going to fill up the whole space beneath it. So let me take this out so that I don't have any functions not running. So button loading. So you can add a button loading boolean, and for now you can say false. So with Vuetify, you can add a loading attribute to it just to create a loading feature that loads a button. So we'll look at that also. So here, yeah, everything is okay. So, and the valid is true. We have to set that also to true. What else am I missing? Okay, so let's see what we have on our page. No errors. And here we are. And oh, look at what we have. So we shouldn't make the button dark. It should be we shouldn't make the button dark. It should be white. Good. So this is what we have. And this actually 12 comment thing should be close the sheet. Is my timer up? My timer is 19 minutes past the 10 minutes. Oh gosh. So let's style this. So we're gonna say style and we're gonna float this to the right, and I'm going to add some Vuetify classes. Let me look up the classes that we need. So we need this to be white test, right? And then the margin on the right, it shouldn't be too much close to the right. So we give it 2, and then let's see what we have. All right, so this is what we have, right? And then yeah, so this is what we have. So it's too much attached to the top. So after this, you can give it a class margin top of 4, you know. Yeah, it came down a bit, and maybe make it 5. Oh, this is okay. So you can see post comment. So when you click on the post comment, you can see your comments page key, but then it's taking up the whole place, right? So we need to maybe probably give it a width and say don't take up the whole space, just take a width size. All right, so we look at that also. So I think my time is up, so maybe in the next video I would add that, and then we can keep going. Right, so uh, oh, how do I stop this video?